Should we do a little compare up, Dan?
Let's do that, shall we?
P790 v Ping i500. Dan Hendrickson in the house.
Hello everybody.
Mark Crossfield here as well. Let's compare these two clubs. They look quite similar. They are kind of similar in their designs of what they do. On the course, and with numbers brought to you by GC Quad, so on course, non-dry but real numbers.
Yeah.
Quite
nice,
different, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
Let's see what these two clubs offer, which one might be better or not. Are they the same club? Let's get stuck in. .205 to kick us off, so that's just outside my comfort with the 5-iron, bearing in mind they are both lofted a bit more like a 4-iron, so I might get there with a bit of a bounce. Probably on your number, isn't it?
I would on my number with a 4-iron, I think.
I reckon. Are we doing our normal competition?
Yeah, I think we've got to.
It's hard not to, isn't it?
No, we've got
Nearest the pin doesn't need to be on the green. Disclaimer. Yeah. So looks not feel yet of this one. How do you think that looks down by the ball, Dan?
Yeah, it's got a slightly chunkier top line than I would probably like. Yeah. But the rest of the head looks actually very nice.
It does, doesn't it? I always thought this was a decent looking club. So you've got, this one is kind of like hollow bodied. Yeah. Tungsten weight. A little bit of tungsten in there. We've got a slot anywhere?
Slot in there, the front.
So slot down there at the bottom. So they're trying to help you with off-center hits while delivering a package that looks better than a normal chunky iron. It's kind of trying to sell to those people who want some looks but want performance as well. Yeah. I think it does a very good job. How fast is the foam in that club?
It's pretty speedy.
Why do they have to call, like, why? Why do, like this, why don't, what, why? I can't, let's just hit shots.
I'm gonna go in there later and have a little look at
see how fast it's moving around. That is not a high ball, is it?
It's the flies.
Did you hit that near the bottom?
So that was in that channel.
So the channel doesn't help if you hit it that low?
No, it doesn't feel that good either. Typical
Dan style though. That's gone in the bunker, which isn't that far from the flag, is it, in our little game? I feel like if I get the ball in the air and on anywhere near the green, I should win this one. So that was 176 carry. Yep. Launch angle 8 degrees. 4.7 spin, obviously spinning more because it's from the bottom of the club, almost 5,000 revs. Yeah. What you lose in carry, you'll gain in roll.
Yeah, I'm always gaining in roll.
Trouble is, on a par 3, obviously, roll's not always your friend, is it?
No.
Right, I think this looks great. I think the lack of offset, like there's a tiny bit of offset in there, it looks good on a club that's offering this much help. I think they've got the looks down to like a nice compromise.
I agree, yeah.
You know, it's offering some help, because I agree with what you say about the thicker line on top is more than you want, but for this style of club it's pretty good. I would
agree, because a lot of game improvement irons are quite offset, aren't they?
Offset, really chunky. Yeah. Aren't they? Toe turned it a little bit.
See that down?
Yeah, it's kind of just running past pin eye up the left. I reckon you're closer, but I wouldn't call it a better shot.
What was the strike like on that?
Toey, but okay.
Okay.
So I'm carrying 196 with the 5-iron, which is obviously a lot for me, because obviously it's more like a 4-iron in its lofts. Yeah. And then spinning at 4.5, which is kind of what a 4-iron does. I was expecting to see lower spin than that, not bad, but I'm often more, I spin more out here than I do indoors, especially because I don't test off a tee like I did there as well. So the strike's just like really clean, and I'm teeing it low, so I'm not getting it really high in the face, which you can do on some mats. Let's see what i500 does. So Ping i500 again, it's almost a similar amount of offset. I would say it's a similar top line, but because of the way they've shaped it, I would say this one looks slightly thinner. They're sneaking a 1/4 inch of length on the i500. It'll be interesting. We'll look at the specs. In fact, I'll put the specs up to see if they are actually different lengths. Some clubs maybe measure from a different point for length. Yep. Also, some tolerances might be different. I don't know. Do you see what I mean? That one might not be coming out the length it's meant to be, or that one might be coming out longer.
Yep.
But we'll put the specs up here and people can see. But the i500 is definitely a little longer, isn't it?
It certainly is there.
But looks down by the ball, apart from the finish, this being more chrome, this kind of white satiny.
Yeah.
You've got the white line on the bottom here as well on the ping, which I like.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Really nothing in that in looks, nothing at all. Feel, anything else? Let's have a look. That's a decent shot with the ping. I'm not sure it's going to reach with that flight. Yeah, that's
a really good shot.
Wow, isn't it?
Really good strike.
So 194, similar carry, 5,000 revs, slightly lower revs than that 500, maybe slightly higher on the face, kind of here compared to like there. But I mean, they're good numbers for a 5-iron stroke 4-iron, aren't they?
Yeah, it sounded better off the face, that.
Hard to tell, we'll hit more. I would say that did sound, feel, same thing for me, a fraction nicer. So what are your thoughts of i500?
Again, very, very similar look to the TAYLORMADE. I think you're absolutely right. I think the top line, I think, is a similar thickness, but it doesn't look quite as bad in the fact that they have got a little bit more roll off this off the top of it, haven't they?
If you show me the top of that, they've definitely shaved the back side off a bit more, or rounded it, which then gives a different shadowing. Yeah. Which will give a different feel or appearance of thickness.
But again, looking at the offset side of it, it looks exactly the same. It's actually quite a nice look, isn't it?
They're both very gameable, considering they're not really in the bracket of club that you would choose, are they? No, do you know what I mean?
Sure. Absolutely right.
I think they're both bridging that gap well.
Yeah.
Much better shot.
Better strike, a little bit heely maybe.
Straight at it, isn't it?
Yeah, it bounced up short.
Good shot though. So 4.9 spin, nearly 5,000 with the 5-iron, which is kind of what you are. 191 there is the distance. Yeah. Kind of good numbers, aren't they?
So that's for a 5-iron for me, when I'm normally hitting a 5-iron like 185 carry.
Yeah.
So to get that little bit extra 6 yards, but still maintain decent spin, I would say that's good.
Yeah, well, I would say that's closer a 4-iron.
Yeah.
And you've spun it at, what was that, 4?
Just 4.9, nearly 5.
So on that test, it's a high spinning.
It's a high spinner, yeah.
So interesting to watch the numbers move from indoors to outdoors, isn't it? It's the consistencies in the tests go because the variables increase out here.
Yeah.
Right, let's see where these balls are. So Dan is just here in the bunker. So that was your low skanker, but I mean, nearest the pin, not on the green, that wins, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
My first one's pin eye up there on the left, so just chipping down would be. And then these are both the pings, so both the TAYLORMADE's missing the green, but that's our performance on that occasion. Would you say the ping is better because of where your shots finish compared to the TAYLORMADE, or how would you rate?
No, I didn't give, to be fair, the strike off the TAYLORMADE was just so poor that there wasn't really a lot of feedback from it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Even though both pings are distinctly better shots, I would never rate that way.
No, and also you think about the shots that we played with the ping. I mean, you've landed on the green.
Yeah.
Played a lovely shot, finished up nicely, pin high.
Yeah.
I've landed it on the upslope.
Yeah.
Here. Got a nice lucky little forward bounce.
Well, it's two good shots, but you've got to play that way because of the height you're hitting it.
Yeah.
But you've won 2-0 there, and I've hit 2 okay shots. That was slightly pulley. Yeah. It's typical Dan, really, isn't it?
It's golf, isn't it?
Typical Hendrickson golf.
Yeah, I like that.
So we've just hit a shot each with the ping 9-iron and the i500. How did you feel that looked and shaped and felt?
Yeah, again, it's exactly what I would expect from this particular helping club. Slightly bigger face, so looking down at it you can see a lot of the face on that. But very, very nice. You know, the top line is very nice and thin now because you're seeing just on that corner. Little to no offset. Absolutely not what I would expect. I would expect to see some offset with this thing. Spin numbers you got? What did I get? 8,500 with that one. On the 9-iron? Carrying about 142. Good shot. So mine? Yours was 8.7. 8.7, carrying 140. So it's kind of like, I mean, it's again for me, I mean, that's more spin than I would ever get indoors. Yes. Because we're on a nice bare lie. Yeah.
But again, good numbers. 9 iron in P790.
Again, very similar again.
There's really not much in them, is there?
There's not. Maybe just fractionally more offset on this one now, but it could be just down to the colouring of the club.
Okay.
Leading edge and things like that. Top line looks a slightly thicker again, but again it was very similar. I just think it's more of the roll.
Yeah.
But nice. Again, like it.
How'd you hit that?
That's good. Probably a bit short.
So that's going to come off the green because this green's severely, but there it comes, look.
That's spun back, isn't it?
So we've hit a lot of slope there. What was your numbers?
143 carry, so I carried it a yard longer.
Yeah.
And the spin is almost identical, spinning it at 8.4 and 8.450. So there's nothing in it, 0 in it. Really.
Now a 9 iron for you would be spinning nearer 9,000. I mean, I bet you've never really measured a 9, have you?
Well, I have indoors, and I would say you're right. I think it's more around 9,000.
But that's a higher end spin again for you out here than you. I reckon indoors you'd get that spinning around 7, 8.5.
Yeah.
Sorry, 7.5.
7.5, yeah, to 8 probably. Again, comparison to my 9 iron. But yeah, I need to do more testing outside.
Yeah.
I don't do enough of it, to be honest. Okay, visuals on it.
Yeah, I like it. Maybe a little bit more rounded in its shape. Definitely the top edge appears thicker than the i500, and so much of that, again, like we keep saying, is the shaping, because it's not as carved off at the back. I need an 8 iron really, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Or a 7 iron in my clubs.
Sounded good though.
Yeah, I've hit it decent. It's got to stay on the green if it's lucky. Stay up there. Here it comes.
Zip.
Oh, stop coming off the green. That was on the top tier almost.
Alright, let's look at your numbers.
So look at that, 8.9.
8.9 spin. So
to 139 carry. Whose is... I bet you're that one as well, are you?
No, that's your ping.
But that's the trouble, is that's again, it's your one that managed to somehow
spin on the green.
How do you get that to stay up there?
It's a slightly lower flight.
Yeah. So you've won all 4 of them, haven't you?
Yeah, just in front, isn't it?
Yeah. Golf, eh?
Funny old game.
Well, would you? This is again where I love this, and I love doing this out on the course. We can talk spin, launches, all the rest of it. The variable, when we get out here, that variable is so small on dry data that it's actually almost impossible to recreate out here. You've got one ball there which is a foot, 2 foot shy of being back down with all the rest. You've hit the worst shot, I mean one of the worst shots you can hit, and you finish fine near the hole. You'd probably up and down that for a par.
Yeah.
Now when you start breaking golf down to 300 revs, 2 degrees launch angle, I'm not saying this isn't important, but I think sometimes people are just moving away from the fact that they need to get out here and hit balls and hit shots and see what they like the feel of and sound of. Because I can't really tell a difference between these 2 clubs, can you? I think they're both good.
Not in a feel side of it. No, I think they're both good looking clubs. Which
is why we need to go indoors to try and find any difference.
Yeah.
But then we can't get those results out here. So what actually are we doing?
It's a funny game.
Apart from winning.
I like winning. What's that, 4 up?